And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Dropping back, it's Francis. Got it in the middle, it's Rutherford. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Got him in the open. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw again. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's brought down as short. But the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field. But they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the interception.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's McCoby. Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. This time he's got it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throw him the football. That's when he catch it, big fella.
The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on 1st down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint. But does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the 1st down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. On the move to his left. He'll try to do it himself. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first. Scramble and when not to scramble. He's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains because of his ability.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates some really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Back to pass, it's Francis. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On the move, he fires. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Always a positive to put up early points, and they'll try to add to this 6-0 edge. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Buckeyes are in the red zone. They'll give it to him again. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield.
Finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start. A special teams miscue right off the bat, and they'll take over in really good field position. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Here we go.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Looking for a man. It's Green. Got his man out of the backfield. Runs through the tackle. Turning it on. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, we knew this offense wanted to be aggressive in this game plan, and they're doing it right away in the first series, taking a shot down the field. They got the look they wanted, and what a great throw by the quarterback.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Scrambling away. Makes the catch. It's Jordan. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game.
When you run an offense, when you're going to pitch the ball and you're going to lateral, there's danger to it, right? There's reading things that have to happen when you pitch it. Don't get hit while you're pitching it, so it goes all over the place. Great job by the defense being disciplined, understanding, causing the fumble, recovering the fumble, creating a big turnover for this team.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition in running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Pulls it in. It's McCoby. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Still running at the 40. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. To the air, it's Castellanos. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Offense gets set for second down. Gonna run it. It's McCoby. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up, David.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Gets it out quickly. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
How about the big fella with the hands? You know, those fullbacks are not talked about as athletes, but he shows you he can do a lot on the field, catches the football, gets the first down.
To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's McCoby. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. And the Buckeyes have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second, and quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Fourth and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. He breaks a tackle. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. The give to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's second and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll go up top on second and short. Grab behind the line. It's McCoby. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Caught close to the marker. It's Cuevas. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Might be changing the route. On 4th down, going to the air. Quick completion on the out route. There he goes. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
What a great play call there on 4th down. You know, they script and practice these all throughout the week. You've got to be able to call something that you know you can run in your sleep. Beautiful execution on that 4th down play for a touchdown.
Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Guess that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the snap, it's Jackson. Now rolling to the left. He's going to take off. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Jackson. Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to escape and get it himself. No, he still got more. Still on his feet. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons! Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. He slings it deep to the left. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college.
He'll take a deep shot here. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. Going the other way, and he's got room. Smashes through the tackle. The 40. Inside the 30. 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Air Force.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Oh, he makes the catch. Breaks into the open. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. The quick out. So now it's second and long. To the air, it's Castellanos. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Using his legs to buy some time. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now. He's looking to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Jackson. Floating away. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Green. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They're either really confident or a little reckless as they go for it on 4th and long from their own 45. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Moving away from pressure. He's going to fire to the left. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
He gets into the end zone to convert, and they'll tack on a couple right before the half. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. That one comes out hot down the right side. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. The Falcons will kick it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cobb. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Snagged in the middle. It's McCoby. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Looking for a crease. It's McCoby. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Castellanos. Buys a little time. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Hand off from the shotgun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off play action on 1st down. Makes the grab. Slips a tackle and he's got room. All kinds of room to the right. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
They're going to run it. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Dropping back, it's Green. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Buckeyes! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Buys just enough space across the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Good enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it, trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. Not an enviable task.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got the athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground.
Big guy tries to barrel in. Touchdown, Air Force. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
Gets it to him on the screen. Dives into the end zone for the two-point conversion. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. So after getting into the end zone in that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Cobb. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. To throw, it's Castellanos. Got it in the middle, it's McCoby. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains, they marked it at the 29. First down here for the offense. Used the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
Shoots it to the left. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Here on third down. Takes the handoff. It's McCoby. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Got room on the return. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Falcons.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
His big tight end. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. They have the lead in a 2-possession game and oddly lining up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40, the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Air Force.
You really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
He'll bring it out. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Almost a disaster on that return. They jump on it, and they'll maintain possession. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that he uncorks one deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Firing to the right, complete. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Well, short completion, setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Well, they didn't get it done on that last play. Back at the 9 now, it's 3rd and goal. Looking downfield, it's Green. Buying some time as he moves left. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Marches ahead. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
This is so a Jesse Palmer. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Touchdown Falcons! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field, and you could see just greeting the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Give to the big fullback. Just turning it on. Big time run on that one as he goes out of bounds right at the 10. And the Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Fullback's got it. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Run it with the fullback, and he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air, it's Castellanos. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Absolutely perfect. Time to settle for the field goal. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. It's Jackson. Across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. On the direct snap, it's Robinson. Got enough for the first. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Robinson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got his man downfield. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession. They'll snag it just inside the 10. One more play to pad the stats. Back to throw, it's Green. Keeps looking downfield. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Got his man quickly. He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground.
Lets it fly. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet. Move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.